Assalamu alaikum class. How are you all? As you all know that it's our science lesson and I am teaching you science, and we have done about unit number 3. We have done the whole unit of ecosystem. Today we will do the revision of whole chapter. We discuss all the topics one by one and we will do a revision of all the topics. Okay. So the topics that we had done are variation, adaptations, effects of the environment, effect on the environment, greener cities, transfers in food chain, and the last one is nomads. So the first topic is variation. Have you any idea, boys, what we have done in the class? What is variation? Good. Difference. किस में difference? Good. Living organism के दरमियान difference. So we can say that the difference between the living organism is called variation. Good. And we have done another word of the living organism. Which is the word we have done? Good. That is species. We can also say that the difference between the same species or the difference between the different species. Isn't it? We have done it or not? Yes, good, we have done it. So, if we are talking about the variation between the same species, what does it call? Good. If the variation is present between the same species, then that type of the variation is called intraspecific variation. Good. And what about the interspecific variation? G girls. Good. Interspecific variation is the variation or the difference between the different species. Different species means the organism. Just like the organism of the cat, if we are talking about the cat or the dog, they are both different species. If we are only talking about the dogs, then it is the same species, and that is the intraspecific variation. Okay. So we have also done about the continuous and the discontinuous variation or not? Yes, good. The continuous variation is the variation that having the value or the measurement that can be having a particular value, and the discontinuous variation is that type of the variation or the measurement that don't having a particular value. Okay or not? Am I right or not? Yes, good. Can anybody give me the examples of the continuous and the discontinuous variation? G. In the continuous variation, we will have the example of the height of the person, because the different people having the different height and that having a particular value or not. Yes, good, that having a particular value. And we have done an activity in the class or not? We have done the activity about the tongue rolling. The tongue rolling is included in continuous or the discontinuous variation? Good, it is included in discontinuous variation, because tongue rolling don't have any measurement or it don't have any value. In the same way, the blood groups are also don't having any measurement or the values, so it is also a discontinuous variation. Okay. So now we move to the next topic, that is adaptation. So who will tell me the definition of the adaptation? Okay, good. The features some organism having. So what are the purpose of the features? Features, what does features means? We can also say the characters. Good. The characters or the features that some organism or something having in order to do the certain job or to survive in a particular environment or in a particular place. Okay. So the different organism, either the plants or the animals, having the different adaptation in order to survive in a particular habitat. Okay. So we have discussed about the adaptation of the different organism, and I have also given you some research work too. So and you have to search about the adaptation of the different organism, and we have discussed about the adaptation of the cactus, about the polar bear, and we have also discussed about the fish, I think so, or not. Yes, we have done about the fish. What are the different features that the fish having to live in the water? Good. Gills. It having the gills in order to breathe in the water. And secondly, it having the fins. The fins. What is the function of the fins, girls? 6 girls. Okay, good. It helps in the swimming. And what is the shape of the body of the fish? Good. It is pointed from the front, we can say that, or in the other words I have told you a particular word according to the shape. That is the streamlined shape. That having the streamlined shape, the bodies are streamlined so that they can able to swim fastly, and it can also help to remove the resistance of the water, so that it can swim fastly and that can move fastly. Okay, the fishes can move fastly. And we have also discussed about the adaptation of the polar bear. Tell me any 2 adaptation of the polar bear. Ji Aisha, what are the different adaptation of the polar bear? Yes, it having the thick fur to keep them warm. Good. And what about its soles? That having the rough soles so that it can walk properly on the ice, and it having the proper grip on the ice. Okay. Any other adaptation? What about its color? Its color is white. Polar bear having the white color, so it having a positive point for it to become camouflage with the ice or not? Okay, good. It having the white fur so that it can become camouflage, and it become useful or plus point for the polar bear so that it can able to get its prey. Okay, now what about the cactus adaptation? G Mirsab. Okay, don't having the leaves. If it don't have the leaves, what is the purpose of not having the leaf? Okay, because it will not lose the water. If it is lose the water by the process of the evaporation, it can't survive in the desert. Okay, and what about the stem? Stem is very fleshy, and it can having a water in its stem or not? Yes, the stem have the ability to store the water as well, and its roots are also it can cover a large area in order to absorb the water wherever it can get the water. Okay, so these are the some adaptation of the cactus so that it can survive in the desert. Okay, good. Now the next topic is effects of environment. Effect of environment on what? Good, on living organism. के environment का किसी भी living organism पे क्या effect होता है? For example, if we talk about the effect of the environment, effect of environment means that the environment may having the include the weather conditions. It may include the temperature. It may include the sunlight. It may having the included the pH of the soil. There are many factors which can affect the living organisms. So we can say that if the plants will get the sunlight, it will able to make their food. If the plants don't get the light, they can't able to make their food. They can't able to do the process of the photosynthesis. So there are some other factors that if the pH, every plant having the different pH for the growth of the plant. Okay, If the pH of the plant will disturb a little bit, it will become difficult for the plant to grow properly. Okay, and sometimes the environmental change may be on the daily basis, or sometimes it will on the seasonal changes also. Sometimes if we talk about the daily changes means the organism, some organism can survive at the daytime, or they can get their prey, or they can get their food at the daytime, and some some animals are bound to live at the night time, and they can get their prey at the night time. Such type of the animals are called as the nocturnal animals, and they are active at the night only, just like the owl. And there are some other mice too that can live actively at the night. Okay, and if we talk about the seasonal changes about the animals, seasonal changes can affect the some birds also and some animals also, because some animals can only when the weather change, some birds have to move from one place to another place in order for the survival of their food, because they can't able to survive in the cold weather, so they have to migrate to the area where the weather is not very cold, or so they have to migrate to the hot places. Okay, so and there are some animals which have to migrate, which can undergo a process of the hibernation in the winters, so that is also included in the seasonal changes. Okay, in the same way, the plants also show some seasonal changes, that some plants can shut down all their leaves, because that type of the plants or the trees are called deciduous trees, and they can lose their leaves because there is not much light for the photosynthesis. Okay, and if we talk about the evergreen trees, they have tougher leaves that do not lose much water, so they can keep their leaves all year round, so they remain green forever. Okay, so these are the seasonal changes, or we can say that these are the effect of the environment on the organism. Okay, now we will move to the next topic, effect on the environment. What is the effect on the environment by the living organism? Okay, for the so the organism needs, in order to survive and the growth, they need some resources for the particular habitat. If the animal need the resources such as the oxygen, that may need the space or the food, water or the shelter in order to survive, whereas the plants need the air, light and the mineral salts and the space to grow. If they will not get the space, that don't have the enough space to grow, their growth will not be proper. Okay, so between the organism there are some competition between them. Sometimes the competition may be on this within the same species, or sometimes within the different species. If the competition is present with the same species, that is same as the variation, वही point अपने mind में लेकर आए कि अगर same species के अंदर difference है तो उसको हम क्या कह रहे थे, that is the intraspecific variation ना. तो if the competition is present between the same species, then it is called as the intraspecific competition, and if the competition is present between the different species, that is called interspecific competition. Okay, so the question is arises that why the organism having the competition between them, the organism having the competition between them in order to survive. If they will not survive, they will slowly and gradually become extinct, or finish from that habitat, or they may become endangered species, or they may become in the category of the extinct species. Okay, so we can also say that the different species can also be interconnected with each other, or they are joined together in the form of the food web, all the different organisms are interconnected with each other in order for their survival of the food. So this is also another subtopic, that is the food web, and the food web is actually the combination of the different food chains. If you had remembered that I have given you to make a food chain that having food web to make a that having the different food chains in it. So the food web is actually the combination of the different food chains, and that food chains the food web is very important in order to survive on the land. Okay, now we will move towards the next topic, that is the greener cities. Greener cities means what, girls? G. Greener cities means the word is explaining that the cities which are green in color. It means that if you are making a new cities, the environmental planners or the architect must having in their mind that the cities must be having the greenery in it, because they are destroying the habitat of some plants and some animals also. So they having a gathering or or discussion with them, so they can having in their mind, so that they can make a small that area that having a greenery, and they can help us animals and the plants to be survive in that habitat, or provide them a habitat to live there, or they can able to survive a different food chains, allow the living organism to having a different or small food chain in it. Okay, so the greener cities, in the greener cities, the architect or the buildings or the cities and the roads that are made, that should be having the able to get the resources they need. And so the greener cities, the architect or the engineers that are making the greener cities, they also not only help the plants or the animals, they are also having a good effect on the people also. They can keep that area cool, and they can able to reduce the pollution also, and they are making the people feel happier too, because the greenery are also having a very relaxing on the mind, relaxing effect on the mind, isn't it? G. So our next topic is transfers in the food chain. Transfer in the food chain. We have done about the food chain. What is the food chain? G. Fatma. That is the transfer of the energy. Food chain actually there is the transfer of the energy from the sun to the different plants and the animals. So there are the if we are talking about the transfer of the energy now in the food chain, and in the food chain there are the two things are moving side by side. If there is the transfer of the energy in the food chain, then there is another thing which is also transferring. If the farmers are spraying or any pesticides or the insecticides in their farms or the crops, if they are spraying the pesticides, obviously if the energy is transferring from the plants to the different organisms, obviously the poison that is present in the insecticides and the pesticides, that will also transfer to the next organism till the end. So we can say that the transfer of the energy as well as the poison can be transferred through the food chain. So why the boys will tell me why the pesticides are used by the farmers? Good, to kill the pest. In the same way, the insecticides are used in order to kill the insects that are pest कौन से organisms होते हैं? That the organisms that are destroying the crops or the fields of the farmers. So they have to use that pest in order to kill that organism. So okay. So now the last topic is the nomads. What are nomads? G. Good. Nomads are the people that can that move from one place to another place. Good. Why the people move from one place to another place? Yes, good. There are the many different reasons that the people are moving from one place to another place. That may be in search of food, that may move in search to take their livestock with them, or either they can move from one place to another in order for the hunting. Nomads in the Bhutan or the Mongolia or the Amazon rainforest having the nomadic life because of the different purposes. If you talk about in the Bhutan, the Brokpa people can herd their yogs and they can live and they can build their camps in the summer in the mountains, and then they can help their livestock to eat the greenery or the grass and the shrubs, and they can also help their yaks from any predators. And whenever when the winter comes, they move down to the warmer areas in order to sell the different products. Okay, and if we talk about the Amazon, some nomadic people of the Amazon rainforest, they are traditional nomads, and they can move to new areas that the resources started to run out. But nowadays this may not happen because the farmer not move in and clear the land to the grow grass for the cattle. There are also problems with the illegal logging and the mining, so so they don't allow the outsider to come, because they thought that they may bring the different diseases with them and they can kill the local people, so they do not allow them to come to their places. Okay, so if we talk about the nomads, they can live from one place to another place for the purpose of for the different purposes, and they can't able to live in the one place. Okay, so these are the different topics that we have done in the last week, last weeks, and now today we have done with the unit number 3, and our unit number 3 is completed, and I hope that all the work I have given to you, you will do it in your notebooks. So it's all from my side. Allah Hafiz.